Today I'm having Vispipuuro. It's a very traditional recipe. It's a porridge, that's how they call it. I would call it a dessert. Some people might agree, disagree, but it's very easy. You can use lingonberries as the traditional recipe, or you can use any other berry you have. These are something that we got. They were picked from a cabin. Very nice, you know, like Finnish berries are usually quite good. I hope you like it. Press like, subscribe, activate the bell, all those kind of things. And let's see how it's done. For this recipe, I'm going to start by adding 400 grams of berries into a pot. The traditional recipe uses lingonberry. You can also use cranberry, which is very similar, or you can substitute it for any other berry you have at hand. I am adding about 200 grams of berries. That's about 4 deciliters. I will leave the amounts in the description. Once I have the berries in the pot, I'm going to smash them. I am using a spoon. You can use any other tool you want, I just don't have anything better, and some people even throw them into the blender. We're smashing the berries because we want to get the juice out of it. Don't worry if they're not completely turned into a puree, because we will boil them anyway. As you can see, I didn't go all the way to turn them into a puree, but I'm already adding some water at this point. For this, I am using 1 liter. I have this on a 7 out of 9, so medium-high fire. I will wait for this to boil, just give it one more stir, and let it be. This has started boiling, and as you can see, all the berries have come to the top. At this point, I'm just going to give it a mix. I'm going to leave it there and count 10 to 15 minutes. At this point, you can see it has changed color. It looks way more concentrated, and it's ready to be used. Some people use it straight away, but personally, I prefer to strain it. Some people say straining is optional and you might get something chunky in there, but personally, I think it's better when you strain it and you just get a very smooth texture. Straining is very simple, very straightforward. I have a strainer, another pot, and I'm just going to throw everything in there. You will notice you get a lot of the berries that get stuck on the strainer, so for that reason we're going to take a spoon and we're going to just move things around, try to get all the liquid just to go through, and we'll get a paste of all the leftover. As you can see, it looks like there was a lot on the strainer, but after moving it around, it's only a spoonful. We're going to take that, to throw it away, and now our mix is ready. At this point, we're going to add some sugar. It's about 1 deciliter, which is around 90 grams. Once we have added the sugar, we're going to mix everything. We want to dissolve the sugar properly before continuing. At this point, you can also add a dash of salt, just to enhance the flavors. Once we have dissolved the sugar completely, we are adding semolina. For adding semolina, we need to add the same amount as we added from sugar, in this case 1 deciliter or about 90 to 100 grams. I still have my pot on a medium to medium-high fire. I'm going to keep it there, keep mixing it, constant movement, and I'm going to wait for about 10 minutes. Semolina will get hydrated and it will start to thicken, so make sure you are keeping an eye on it. Keep moving it from time to time just so nothing burns at the bottom. I think using a spoon is more than enough, but at this point I wasn't sure. This is my first time making this, so I tried with a whisk just to make sure I removed any lump that was left. About 10 minutes in, this has thickened quite nicely, as you can see, and this is exactly the texture I was looking for, so I can set it aside and we can continue. I set my porridge aside and I let it cool down for a bit. And it might look a bit like it has solidified, but don't worry about it. For the next step, I'm using a hand mixer. This will bring everything together. It will get some air inside, and it will also make it quite soft and fluffy. You might be wondering, how long do we need to do this? We need to keep doing this until the texture looks even through all the porridge. We want the even texture, we want it to be airy. It will look quite pink, and at that point we can stop and serve it. As you can see, after a while, this looks quite creamy. The color has changed quite a bit, it's a bit lighter. This is the exact texture that we were looking for, so we can stop doing this and we can serve it. Serving is quite simple. We're going to serve it on a bowl, and this is one of those that can be breakfast, an evening snack. It can be served as a dessert, and even though it has a lot of sugar, it doesn't really taste that sweet because we have the acidity of the berries, which brings a quite nice balance. Once we have served it, we can top it with a bit of milk. This is a traditional way to have it, and we can enjoy our Finnish pink porridge. Hope you liked the video. Press like, subscribe, activate the bell, all those kind of things, and see you in the next one.